Hello, Colas. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories, starting with Oriol Romeu, as it has been reported that Barca are not planning on offering a long-term contract to the key midfield target. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Franck Kessié, as it has been reported that our NAT director is currently in Barcelona and it could be related to Franck Kessie's future. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. According to a report from Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona do not intend to offer a long-term contract to key midfield target Oriol Romeu if he arrived from Girona this summer. Having pulled out of the pursuit of Joshua Kimmich and Martin Zubimendi due to finances and missed out on Marcelo Brozovic, Barcelona have made Romeu their main target to reinforce the pivot position following the exit of Sergio Busquets. It has been reported that the 31-year-old midfielder has a release clause worth €8 million, but Barca intend to reduce the price tag further by negotiating with Girona, who do not want to lower the valuation. As for Romeu, the midfielder is excited by the possibility of returning to his boyhood club and playing again in the Blaugrana colors. But the report states that Barca do not see Romeu as a long-term solution for the pivot position because of his age. The midfielder is 31 years old and will be turning 32 in September. As such, the Blaugrana wish to offer him only a 2 or 3 year contract and nothing long-term. In fact, some reports have already suggested that the La Liga champions have sent in a 2 plus 1 year contract offer to Oriol Romeu, which the midfielder is ready to accept. Now, what remains to be sorted out is an agreement between Barca and Girona over the transfer. The Blaugrana could offer a youth player such as Estanis Pedrola, who interest their Catalan rivals Girona. Whether Girona accepts such a proposal or continue to insist on Barcelona paying the €8 million for Romeu remains to be seen. Oriol Romeu's links are still hot. Barcelona is still hot on his pursuit as they want to replace Sergio Busquets, who decided not to extend his contract and left Barcelona to Inter Miami. Of course, it has not been an easy ride. It hasn't been an easy ride, looking for a Busquets replacement at all. I think Oriol Romeu is the fifth player that Barcelona are looking at as Busquets replacement. It all started with Martin Zubimendi, who was long linked as Xavi saw Zubimendi as his dream choice of replacing Busquets. But unfortunately, Barca couldn't match the €60 million that Real Sociedad were asking, and the player more to that was not even happy or was not even concerned or was not even moved by the links that was with Barcelona, as the player opted to stay at Sociedad permanently. Then Joshua Kimmich now came second choice for Xavi, but unfortunately Bayern were not even listening to negotiations, and they were not even willing to listen to that. And of course, the players' wages and the players' price tag was quite too high for Barca to pay, considering the economic issues that Barca are currently going through. Then after that, we talk about players like Sofian Amrabat. That one was also closely linked, but Barca could not finance the deal. He wasn't even the top choice for Xavi. He was the third choice, but Barcelona was pushing more for Amrabat if Messi could have joined the club. But as Messi failed to join Barca, Xavi saw no need to bring in Amrabat. And now talk about Brozovic. Brozovic as well was another choice that Barca were long linked with him as Busquets replacement, but unfortunately, Saudi giants are now where their offer were too good to refuse for Brozovic and his agents, and so the player at the end chose to go to Saudi Arabia. So Barcelona have been going through a lot. Finding a Busquets replacement hasn't been easy at all, And now Oriol Romeu has been the choice that Xavi has made that the club should push for to sign this summer. At least this one looks somehow, affordable by Barca, just 8 million euros. But even though Barcelona are still asking Girona to lower the wage or lower the price, but Girona have so far refused that they will never lower that 8 million valuation for just star midfielder. So Barcelona are still in the pursuit, but negotiations have been stalled. The player is already okay with what Barca want to offer him in terms of his contract. And of course, it's just left now for those two clubs to come to an agreement. And definitely it should be a year we go as soon as a mutual agreement is made between both parties. Of course, he is 31 years old and he will be 32 in the month of September. And it has been reported that Barca have second thoughts as to whether they should give him a long contract, but from the report they are saying that it is likely going to be a 2-year contract plus an additional 1 year, which means it is not a too long contract, as the player is already into his 30s. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Arna's director Ahmed Al-Ghamdi is in Barca right now to attend important meetings related to transfer window, and it could have something to do with club's interest in Franck Kessié. Reports Mundo Deportivo. Al-Nas have joined fellow Saudi Arabian club Al Ahly in the race to sign Franck Kessié. The 26-year-old midfielder has been with Barca for just a year, but has been made available for sale due to the club's need to get rid of some players to lighten the wage bill and guarantee revenue. Franck Kessié, though, has been reluctant to leave this summer, although reports suggest that a good enough offer would convince both the player and the club to part ways. And Arnaz could be a potential destination for the 26-year-old Ivory Coast international. Saudi Arabia have been the disruptors in the transfer market this summer, signing several big-name footballers across Europe. Arnaz recently acquired the services of Marcelo Brozovic from Inter Milan, beating Barca to the Croatian international signing, and are now hoping to take a player from the Catalans in the form of Franck Kessié. At this point, it is not certain that Ahmed Al-Ghamdi's visit to Barca has something to do with Arnaz's interest in Franck Kessié or something else together. After all, reports in the past have also seen the likes of Sergio Roberto and Rafinha get linked with a transfer to Saudi Arabia. Neither of them wishes to leave Barca though, and the club are also not looking to part ways with them. Franck Kessie's thoughts could be the main topic of discussion during the meetings that Al-Ghamdi will be participating in during his visit to Barcelona. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.